This is a game called Hardwired. The game, as you all know, this is a segment where I play games that feel like a cry for help from IT developers all around the world, that their jobs are no longer as interesting as they thought it was, and so they've gotten into gaming as a way to write SOS messages encoded as video games, and also as a dream to try and make believe that their job is more interesting than it really is. Because every time I tried to explain to the mod once what I did for work, and she was like, I still don't know what he does for work. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I kind of get it. This is a hacking game with a real, apparently, emulated terminal control of some kind. So it's pretty interesting. You gotta keep the blood so other mosquitoes will know what will happen to them. But that's the thing, is like, if I keep the blood, wouldn't they just want to drink the blood? Because the whole point, like they're blood-sucking parasites? You know what I mean? What is, so... Oh wow, this is actually a really cool look. I didn't even look at the screen. Sorry, I was basically looking at chat, not appreciating what's in front of my eyes. I was just so busy looking at the game. There's another similar game. You think it's called Hacknet? Yep, we played Hacknet. We played Hacknet. We played the other hacking game by the people who made Prison Escape Simulator or something. There's a lot of these types of games, and I'm curious to see where these games go. Because again, it's hard to make the idea of hacking very, very cool and fun. But this one seems to go pretty hardcore into the aesthetic and the feel and the idea of what it tries to feel like when you're hacking things. But I will tell you this, hacking is incredibly boring. If you've ever had to do like a security thing and you've ever had to try to be like the person breaking something, it's just like, you know, go to the OWASP wiki, try to apply the basic stuff. If something happens, you write a very long report saying how to solve it, and you just bill someone for it. It's very boring. Did you ask the color theme for this game? No, but I do want the color theme for this game. I've been trying to find a Matrix color theme for my Emacs, but I've moved on to JetBrains again because after using Emacs for a while, I'm gonna say this, I miss the ability for things to just work. Although I do still use Emacs for org mode. Org mode is like really good actually. Yeah, in real life it's probably boring. Yeah, programming is just boring in the general. Anyways, initializing system, checking hardware integrity, system is starting, mounting file system, good. Checking security policies. Security. For me, a hacker, security is just make-believe fantasy in the face of my talent and skills. Help. Clear. Echo. Displays provide text. Settings. Opens game settings menu. Wait, you gotta do everything through this? That's sick. That's actually so sick. And then this has real keyboard. Y'all. Oh no! Hello? Are you all here? Hello? Sorry. I forgot that changing that causes the game to break. Target FPS unlimited? No. Unlimited is gonna kill me. How about best? Sure, bestie. Whatever you want. Babe? Sure, bestie. Whatever you want, babe. Continue. Okay. You need to do everything like this. You can even do just manual to open the manual. Welcome to the Hardwired manual. Here you would be able to find most essential information. Use help command to display lists of available commands. Yeah, sure. Okay. Manual controls. Okay, it's highly recommended to at least familiarize yourself with all topics of the manual in advance. Command, networking, DNS, and firewall. Excuse? You have to press Control C to send SIGINT in order to cancel this. Wow, this is actually genuinely, this is a little much. Commands and arguments. Commands in the terminal follow the following structure. Command arg1, arg2, etc. Must be written together or surrounded by quotation marks. Examples: hello echo is the command, hello is the argument, echo is the command, hello is arg1, hello world is arg2. Yeah, okay. Command 1, command 2. Okay, so CD, navigating directories like CD or current path has argument, move to subfolder within the current directory, move to root directory, move to etc from the root directory. This is all sort of normal. Yeah, it all makes sense. And you print, and then you can print out the contents of the files within the current location. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it all makes sense. Current location. Each of the line in the terminal select with the current device name if connected to a remote system. Look manual network and current path. For example, you do this, and then you do, if you're in your router, then you're in the root of the router. Otherwise, you go to the root. Okay, yeah, I get it. Not gonna lie, this looks like a chore to play. The only chore of this game is that it clears the screen every single time. I wish it just output the buffer underneath so you could continue reading it and continue on, because like this is this is a normal terminal. Like, it feels like a normal terminal in that, like, if you, let's say you open a manual and you pipe it to less, you will read it within less, and then it won't go to to the standard output, so it won't be in your terminal window. You need to open a new window to do so, which I would usually do, because most of the time you can just open a new terminal window and you can do that. But here you have one terminal window, and so it's annoying that it opens up within less. I would prefer just output to standard output so I could see it and then type in the command without having to remember what it is. But games like this are always annoying to and like a chore to play because they feel different from a normal game control, because typing is effectively an inefficient control scheme, but it's the most efficient control scheme that we have for programming. Compared to anything else, programming with your keyboard is one of the most efficient things to do. And I swear to fucking God, if you say that the microphone is the best tool because you're a vibe coder and you use text-to-speech or speech-to-text, I'm going to eat you. I'm going to eat you. Write the macros for this game. 200 IIQ. Very true. Very true. But yeah, it's only annoying if you think of it as as compared to a WASD control type of game where like a first-person shooter. But for like a game that emulates programming, this is the best control scheme that we've had. So it works. Although it seems like I can look around. What does that even mean? Look around? What? Left mouse button, right mouse button. Look around. F1, F12. Quick select monitors. Monitors? What do you mean? Left control plus arrows move between monitors. Okay. Left shift plus F1 to F3. Quick select monitors 13 to 15. I have 15 monitors? What am I, a stock trader? Oh! I'll do our stocks later. Okay, I'll show you our stocks later. When I show you our stocks, you're going to be very excited about the prospect of how much money we've lost. Our fake stocks, by the way, not our real stocks. Me and the chat got into trading fake stocks in the Investopedia simulated market. I keep forgetting to show you all. Sorry. Left control plus scroll wheel to zoom in and out while nothing is selected. Okay. Key input, direct input. Yep. Control plus C stops the current process. Not all processes support this, right? Some processes even get the signal and then freeze everything else. Very fun, actually. Just like in real life, motherfucker. I'm trying to help you, motherfucker. Check connection. Use ping target to send a test packet to target. Check if it's reachable. Use netscan and scan all reachable devices in the local network. Use SSH target to connect to it, and then to exit, you use exit. This will not appear in the help output. Right. Which is a bit like the :Q of like how do I exit Vim? Yeah, the exit doesn't appear inside the output. So okay, help shows available commands. Net scans finds all devices. After each remote connection, you do this, and then tree is your file explorer. It's your directory explorer type deal. Okay. Cool. 15 is a lot. Okay. So the manual DNS. Why do I need to care about DNS? The DNS system resolves host names to IP addresses. The DNS will be enabled on the device. The configuration file contains any instructions. I need to make a configuration file. I can edit it, so you can edit any file by using edit, and then you have to do the format of the host name mapped to the IP. I'm assuming that's not a dash and that's an equal sign to an arrow, which means that the packet destination router, it will be resolved to 192.168.0.1, which is the current local IP address. Shows real IP. Can you imagine? Imagine you're a VTuber. You spend your whole life keeping your identity a secret, and you get doxxed by a video game. Comments use the hash symbol. A reasonable comment system, I would take hashtag or 2 slashes. I will never take semicolon for comments ever. This is a comment. This will be ignored. Yep. If package routes to the device with the DNS, it attempted to resolve host name. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, so manual firewall. Firewall controls which connections are allowed or blocked. Okay, you can edit the file, etc. Firewall. This is exactly like real life. This is just not really real life. I mean, different firewalls use different files, but like basically you'd be finding it within the same locations, and it's roughly. It's like easy enough for you to figure out and map to what you want, because it's like it's the firewall configuration or the DNS configuration, and you just edit it and you say what you want it to do based on where. The allow or deny stuff is actually very accurate though. Like a lot of the things that you do for firewalls, you could, like the way that you specify the rules is kind of like this, is like you allow something from somewhere to something like this, or you disallow to this, or based on port or like protocol or something like that's a lot of different ways to like do it. Though UFW has made it IMO a lot easier. TBH, if you live in a city, you don't think leaking IP is a big deal. Yes, you're right, because over the wide area network, you're actually sharing a single IP with like a large residential area. But that's not it's still problematic, because you don't know how large that area is for your city, and you only need something to be able to narrow someone down. It's hard to find somebody even if you know their city. It's really easy to find somebody if you know their neighborhood. Because, do you know why? You look in the windows of various houses, because most people have windows, and when someone says they'll BRB because they have to pick up a package, or they say BRB because somebody rang the doorbell, you wait to hear that on stream, and then you see them open their door. And you found them. And if you narrow it down to a neighborhood, that's only like, what, a month's worth of work compared to a whole city, which could be like a whole lifetime's worth of work. So, the exponential scale of what it is still a lot for somebody to do, but I still think it's possible to narrow somebody down if you're smart enough and diligent enough about narrowing down your options based on other factors too. Like, especially if you know someone's schedule and you know that, like, oh, they're finished streaming at this time, you just need to show up at that time, do a quick drive-through, and just see who's inside the kitchen. And now, all of a sudden, you've narrowed down a neighborhood to a handful of, like, rooms. Or you need to drive by while somebody's streaming a horror game. You just need to listen for screaming, because you can't make a soundproof room. Well, you can, but it takes a lot of money, and how many people can, right? There's a lot of ways that you can actually leak yourself. It's at least I've theorized these ways, because I do think about it a lot, because I stream, and it's like, I do wonder about it, like, how would somebody know? But I digress. I'm not going to say any more because I'm giving you too much knowledge about what to do, and I think if you haven't thought of this, like, maybe it's a blessing that all of you are too stupid not to know how to stalk me. Anyways, yeah, so you say the action, the source IP to the destination IP, and whether you say anything. You can also allow any packets or no packets. You also say default deny or default allow, which is sort of really good. You usually want to do like a default deny thing, and then you would specifically allow certain things, but that's more of like a sysadmin thing. But still, it's like good practice. Okay. So one of those laser devices that listen to sound. There's actually a lot of ways too. I forget where I read it now. I was trying to figure out where to find this link, but researchers have already done this. There's a reason why they put curtains and other things in front of windows now. Is because from the vibration of the window, you can actually decode what somebody's saying now. Because sound is just waves, and so when you just look at the vibration of the window, even from afar, you can effectively recreate the sound. It's actually surprisingly very easy to do a lot of these very complicated tasks that you would feel like is akin to magic, but we just don't ever hear about it because it's usually done for very like high priority things. Like it's like that weird experiment was done by a university as a theoretical of how they could take over a government entity. And it's like, that's not something on the level of me, but like, maybe it could be at some point. I don't know, not that I'm in the government, but like, maybe somebody could care about me enough to do that, and then suck my dick. I don't know, like, well, what are you gonna do to me? I don't know, you can suck my dick, bitch? Yeah. Wake up. Oh shit, I can look around. No time, just listen. I need your help. Check your system. I sent you a file. They're jamming me. I can't stay on. Find me. I'm running out of time. You are my only hope. Yo, I have a trash can. Cake is a lie. Thank you. Reminds you of that TikTok video about taking my gun, you libs. What? What? What does that mean? I have a helmet? What is this? Is this like a self-asphyxiation helmet? Is this like a... Is this like a fetish? 1 second, says the chat member, who is now off to find the video to give us context. Tip, use manual. Tip, use help to get a list of all commands. Well, I know what to do. Is every computer monitor the same? If so, what's the point? I'm gonna go left to right to make it easy, because I can't imagine that this is a very easy game to play. The cake is a lie. Does not exist. Cake does not exist. You, me. Anyways, yeah, he wanted me to see my files. Wait, what was the command for files again? No, file is to do that. What was the manual again? What was the thing about finding files again? I recommended that. Okay, no, it's manual. Networking. I think it was NetScan, whatever. Check local devices. See, this is why there's no point reading the manual because you'll forget. Anyways, what is this video? I'm gonna listen to it muted first because I'm not really sure what this is. But this chatter has sent bangers before, so. I'm gonna listen to this by myself. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, I can see where this is going. This is a good shitpost. This is a solid shitpost.
I got a message for all you liberals out there.
I can see where this is going now. I understand what you meant by it reminds you of the TikTok video. It's because I said the suck my dick line.
Come take it from me. Just walk through my door, come into my home, and take it from me. With your weak, soft...
I think you need to see the video too, because like it's the intensity of his being that also really adds to the character of what he's saying. He really sells this intensity very well, but it's all make believe because what you're about to hear gets incredibly more deranged.
Liberal girlish hands. Try to put those hands on me. Those soft liberal hands. Put them on me, on my body. Slowly, gently dragging your fingers up and down my arm, giving me goosebumps. You want my gun? Come kiss me for it.
Kiss
but
me
not
for
like
it.
right away. Don't be too obvious with it. Let's do that thing where our faces get close.
When you go
to each
slow.
other.
Yeah, when you go slow, right? It's like when you slowly. It's when you hug someone goodbye and you embrace them, and then your face just sort of lingers, and you stare at each other in the eye, and you feel yourself drawn towards them, and they start to close their eyes, and you grab their face, and you shake them, and you say, "There's a mosquito on you!"
And you know what's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. You just stare at each other's lips, but you're waiting for the right...
By the way, like look at that eye movement. This was when I knew it was a great shitpost, okay? He's saying all of this. He look at the way that his eye flicks down.
Each other. And you know what's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. You just...
What could possibly be down there at that angle? I can calculate the angle down to the exact degree, but there's no need to bring math into this. There's no science behind this. That's just love, baby. I know you're looking at my cock. I know you want to suck it. I know I love you and you love me. All right? I love your cock too.
Stare at each other's lips, but you're waiting for the right signal to give yourself over to them completely.
It is interesting that he actually describes like a very genuinely difficult situation to be in, where like you don't know how to actually kiss somebody. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you ever hear that song from like, you know, from The Little Mermaid, where it's like, just go ahead and kiss the girl. Is that song? It's like, well, like, because like that whole song is trying to convince him, like, yeah, like, you know, do your moves. Like, both of you are into it. Like, you know, figure it out. But it's hard to figure it out because it's like, okay, is it a good time to kiss you? Like, are you really into this? I have no clue. And then you just go for it.
Like in A Walk to Remember.
It's a very awkward sort of mid-state to
Come
be
do
in.
that for my gun. Bite my lip and play with my hair for my firearm. If you want my gun, come spank me for it. Not like too hard, but like still hard, you know? Like,
when is it not too hard to spank somebody? You know what I mean? He looks like a real tough guy. When is it not too hard to spank someone? Like, what is the right amount of force? Is there anybody here who's into spanking? It's okay. This is a safe space, okay? I won't say who it is. The VOD viewers have no clue. If you're here live, look away from the chat. Just type what it is that you want to say, and don't look at anybody else who answers, okay? If you're into spanking, how light or how hard do you like it? Because I need to know. Because it's not because I'm going to spank you. Like, maybe I do want to spank you, but like, I don't want to spank you. Like, the idea is like, I need to know how hard one should spank. Because if you go too hard... isn't it painful? But if you go too soft, what does that mean? You like spanking. Your girlfriend likes some spanking. Okay, but you who says you like the spanking, can you come here and tell how much spanking? You who has a girlfriend who likes spanking, can you ask her how much she likes spanking and tell her it's for your friend online in some like random Twitch channel that you totally don't know? And I'm actually not your friend, but like that's the alibi. If it leaves a red mark, it's too hard. But see, that's the thing. I've known people who say if it ain't red, it ain't taking me to bed. You know what I mean? Like if it ain't red, it ain't taking me to bed. You know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, it's too soft and flimsy, and so it's like it's not fun. But they really want to be spanked until it's like, you know, brand spanking red. You know, like a brand spanking new red Dodge Charger. You know how hard she likes it. Okay, if you know how hard she likes it, how hard does she like it? Like in terms of force, like. From a scale of you holding a baby chick to you beating your meat, like how hard does she like it? You know what I mean? Like that's how much force is being applied in your hand. It's personal preference, like how strong you like coffee. Well, How do you like your coffee? Like a 25% straight slap. Okay, well, so POV, it's you, Henry Cavill, and the Mountain. Okay, you 25% slap Henry Cavill, your hand breaks. Henry Cavill does 25% slap to the Mountain, his hand breaks. The Mountain does a 25% slap against nobody, everybody dies. What's the relative scale? This is why I'm using the beating your meat to the chick scale, okay? Are you holding a baby chick or are you beating your meat? Like what's the scale of strength? No, like 100% slap is when you want to hurt somebody really badly. Yeah, but like what if you're a pussy and so you can't hurt somebody? Like what if no matter how angry you are, you throw a punch and it's like a mosquito bite? What if you're just a pussy?
like hurt me but make me feel safe at the same time, you pussy liberals.
It's actually really hard to hurt somebody and make them feel safe because it's like not only is it the keywords but it's also the feeling, right? Because it's the consensual non-consensual thing, but also like just like the consensual anything, the consensual of like nearing violent play. It's very hard to get that like right feeling. That was fantastic. Thank you, chat. Thank you for showing me that. You know how you can technically spank yourself, but you somehow never tried. Probably because it makes you too much noise and it's too obvious. Well, I don't know if you can spank yourself. It's really hard to spank yourself actually because it's like I don't know about you, but my arm doesn't have a joint that goes backwards. If yours does, kudos to you, but my arm can't joint backwards. I cannot reach around to clap my own ass cheeks. I'm surprised that you can. Man, this shit became more complex than my engineering university. That's love, baby. That's love. How the fuck do I... Oh, tree. Tree is how you open your files. How do you wipe then? Anyways, we're going to look at my files now. From the front, probably. Can I say something about people who wipe from the front? Imagine you wipe from the front and your balls are caked in shit. Like your balls have like shit batter on the bottom of it. Like I can't imagine being a front wiper of like shit because it's either your pussy lips or your balls are going to be caked in shit batter and you're going to smell the entire day. Anyways, I wipe my ass real clean. At home, I even wash it off, because you got to wash that shit off. Every time I take a shit, I go take a shower because I'm like, fuck it. I don't want swamp ass. And I smell delicious. I would eat off of my own asshole. 100%. 100%. Yeah, probably gonna have a paddle for that to make it easier. You could also like run towards a wall, churn at the last second, and jump at it. You could do like a dash charge. Somewhat similar to like a gameplay character, but against the wall. I think it would be doable. How do I see this again? So let's just was it print etc / dns.com. There's autocomplete. Thank goodness. Print user / what is my gateway.txt? Only for Omnitech employees. Give me a second. I have to open the door. I can confirm running it at the wall or churning last second does not preserve enough momentum to make it feel good. External gateway for sector TC3 192.162. How about I don't even help this person? Why don't I just go there? I'm gonna get net scan. Sending network device name PC client router. Well, I'm gonna try to SSH into 162.120.0.0. You're in. Keep going. What? I don't want to go anymore. That was weird. Dude, that was really weird. Like, oh yeah, keep going, man. You're in. It's like, no, man. I'm just here to like, check out the system. Home notes.txt. Okay, well, use edit notes.txt to edit. Okay, sure. I'm gonna go back. Okay, well, let's see what's inside this thing. Tree. Well, how about netscan? Maybe there's more things over here. There's a gateway router over there. There's a security switch over there. They did say that they were being hammered, so why don't I go into security? So why don't I SSH into security? Disable the firewall. Yeah, okay, sure. So let's figure out how we get rid of the firewall. We know about the firewall, but I also want to see these different things like power and stuff. What is print bar staff 01.log? Workstation assignment updated for sector TC3. Workstation TC, this game, the font size is a little fucked. I think the font size, I know what they were trying to go for with a very realistic sort of style, but I think having a configurable font size would be much more preferable, even though it breaks the style somewhat. I would have preferred a non-1950s font size. Can I say something about commit messages? You motherfuckers who write commit messages and you limit your column length to 280 to only 80 to force the rest of us to have to read your jumbled mess as one giant block paragraph instead of just writing it out to 120. Even like you can have an infinitely long commit message and just let the line wrapping do it all. Why do you do it to us? We live in the modern age. Get with the times. There's no more limitations of such a thing. You can simply do what it is that you want to do. Terminals have line break now. You can just do it automatically with like really nice line wrapping. You can just do that, man, and and everything looks nice, and everything can consume and display the commit message in a nice way too. Otherwise, you'll get like a word that happens to line wrap to the next line, and then you have one word in a single line, and all of a sudden there's a new line because your column length doesn't fit up with the width of the window that I want to view the commit message in. Why do you make me suffer? Write your paragraphs in whole. Git is original Twitter ? By the way, they didn't even write like a question mark symbol. They just wrote the word question mark. They wrote the two words question mark. Yes, it is. It's a mailing list. I'm not kidding you. Were the original social network. Like really think about that. Your Linux mailing list was the hottest place to be if you were in tech. Okay, while everyone else was out having sex, you were writing drivers for Bluetooth. Occupation, unoccupied. Okay, so unoccupied, reassignment pending. Workstation TC3B, ENG English Echo, Ops I1LD2 insufficient performance. Security guard. The security administrator is security 4TR9. What about O2? I also. You know what? I really enjoyed this cursor, but the blinking could be a little bit faster. You mean all the hottest drama still happens there? That is very true. Why is there so much drama in the world? I live a drama-less life, okay? The mod brings more drama to me than I ever bring to my life in a daily basis. She'll come in, say something absurd, make fun of me, and then I make fun of her, and that's the most conflict I've had the entire day. And then she'll go join the group Discord call after and be like, "Hey everyone," as if she didn't just slander me live in front of like 2 people. And my wife. Workstation times updated for sector TC3. This is the second log. So they disposed of that third workstation. Performance is because their performance was bad. Reassignment is still pending for that other one. What's 3? Reassignment still pending. There's a reassigned person on workstation 3, another security person. ENF security guard 3 LDS, and then security administrator is unoccupied at the moment. It's pending. Okay, so how about, I wish this thing printed out the commands faster, but back in the day, that's how long it took to print out things, because it was very slow. I want to do print cameras 01. Print camera slash 01.log. What? Excuse? Oh, oops. Corridor cam, offline. Exit cam, online. Power room cam, online. Storage room cam, online. All workstation cameras, online. Repair request pending for corridor camera. Why is this important for me, though? Why is it important for me to know about the fact that the corridor camera is currently off? What about power? Power fluctuations detected in TC3 and TC4. Root cause unstable load balancing. Priority high, security risk. Notice staff must respond to generator malfunctions immediately. Load balancing. Is it load balancing as in like a network load balancer? Because that sounds stupid, but at the same time, it kind of makes sense. If you push too much onto one system, then that system has to work harder and draw more power. Or does it literally mean like the power network load and then, you know, like the load bearing power, you know what I mean? Because like when you talk about power, there's like load on it, and then but you also talk about lines as if like if it's like the load line or the ground line or like the line, you know what I mean, or like the contact line, you know what I mean? But there's also like a load, because then that's why you do rolling blackouts in order to conserve power across like power starved power networks. And anyways, you want me to turn off the firewall? Okay, sure. Well, let's do edit. This is not like firewall configuration file modified, default denied, default allow, save and exit. No, return to editing. Allow from gateway, allow this to this, allow self, deny to other points, allow to gateway and internet. So he wants me to disable the firewall. So why don't I just, you want me to disable the firewall? Okay, well, I'll just let everyone in. Because disabling the firewall implies that you just let it all in, and then everyone can just go inside. Firewall restarted. Use Netscan. Security switch. Okay, well, I guess what's inside the gateway actually? If I go SSH gateway, tree first. Let's see what's inside here. Etc. DNS config. If I kill this, I'm gonna lose my connection probably. Edit etc/dns.conf. I'm gonna assume if I do this. Oh wait, no, but this is just the DNS mapping, so it doesn't matter. But we have actually the number for station A, B, and C. So it's 1567 station, and power is 162.120.13. 162.120.13. 162.120.13. Blocked by firewall at 1. Failed to connect to. Blocked that firewall at gateway. The gateway has a firewall? Where's the firewall? Well, I guess you don't really get to access it. Maybe I do. Can I do like this and then firewall? Can I just make the file? File not found. Okay, so there's some files that you can't touch, other files that you can touch, but you don't get access to all of them just because if you did, you could break the game. At least by the game's logic. Or maybe it's just hard-coded. But either way, it is a fairly linear experience. Well, not linear, but like, you know what I mean? Like it's you do have a domain that you can play with and a domain that you can't. You can't go outside of that reach. Too far and the game would break. Okay, so let's SSH to the security. Tree. What was I supposed to do again? He asked me to kill the firewall, but does that matter? I mean, I guess you just go to the gateway. Well, okay, wait. So center/DNS. Okay, so here we go. I kind of want to check out the corridor, which I guess I could connect to. 162.120.1.0. Too much XSS connections. All right, sorry. SSH gateway, SSH 162.120.1.1. It's blocked by firewall at 162.10. Cannot connect itself. The firewall is still on? What? Did I even save it? Maybe I didn't save it. Oops. Edit etc firewall configuration. And I press the wrong buttons. Default allow. Oh, oops. Allow any. Oops, I mistyped. Wait, no, yeah, that's correct. Okay, so now it's allow any. It's allowing everything. I could have just deleted everything and it would be fine. Actually, just like delete everything. So I don't fuck up any of just allow everything. Just figure it out. Just allow everything. Firewall restart. Use Netscan. Here we go. Now I should see the rest of the places. There we go. So now I can see the corridor clients, which was the one that had something going on. There's a power outage of some kind within the power room. Too much load balancing. Storage is interesting because I wonder what's inside storage. And the workstations are currently there. So there are some people still at some workstations. I need to remember exactly what workstations were where. Staff03.log is probably the one that's current. So if I go to var staff 03.log. So workstation A is unoccupied, and the security admin is unoccupied. If I go to B, C, or security guard, I think I'm gonna trip something that's gonna ruin or like end my run, because then I'm sure they'll find me. But I can go towards A, so I can actually check out what's on A. Yeah, here we go. So we go SSH station A. But station B is currently in the use, and I don't want to go over there. So we check out print home/info. Workstation currently unassigned. Reassignment pending approval. No active projects. Okay, what about why don't I just go to station B? What's so wrong about that? You're here. Get me out. I'm still hooked in. You're in the machine? What do you mean you're hooked in? What do you mean you're hooked inside the machine? Print home/info.txt. Wait, were they talking to me the whole time? Echo, research specialist, classified. Person notes, they're lying to us. I found something in the system. Something not supposed to exist. If anyone sees this, I need help. I stole it. It understands me. Redacted. Projects classified, redacted. Okay, well, that's a problem. How about I just... Okay, so Station B is probably who we're trying to save. Who's in C? Who's behind door number C? Okay, print home/info.text. User profile security. This is the security admin, but they're working as a data clerk because their performance sucked. This is humiliating, they say. I had everything under control before they threw me down here. I warned them about about Engineer Echo, an Ops 1L D2 but no one listened to me. It's not my fault. With this tempo, I also soon will be disposed. So they warned a bunch of people. Both Ops and them are in the same... Well, he warned them about the Engineer Echo as well as Ops. But why did he warn them about Ops? What was so important about Ops? Storage. Tree does not exist. Tree does not exist. Storage client? Storage client. What the fuck is a storage client? IF config. Camera. Help camera. Camera show. Controls to operate the camera. Opens camera viewer. Camera show. This is the storage room. What a beautiful what a beautiful fucking camera. I really love seeing jack shit. I love seeing shit all. Okay, so but I get... Okay, now I kind of get what to do. You can also do... If you do... Sorry, help. You can do this. This is the list of commands that are available at this particular station. So some machines have some commands, other machines don't have some commands. Oh, there's the ls command. The ls command is here just to list everything. Oh, that's a lot easier. There's even permissions. Oh god. Workstation controls. How about camera? Show. Camera. Who's in the machine? That's an empty chair. Wow, this is the aesthetic of this game is insanely cool. This is a game made by somebody who enjoys the fantasy of hacking, who then also loves the idea of ASCII art, and combines those two loves to create this. This is a beautiful, beautiful view of what is an empty chair. This is peak. This is cinema. This is absolute cinema. You may be wondering why I'm paused. I was worried I ran out of space. But this is actually really, really good, and I like what they're trying to go here in terms of the feeling. The feeling... In many ways, this is what I would have hoped would be the way that hacking in Cyberpunk would feel like. Like, you would just be stuck in a chair typing all day long, but it ended up being like a much more different feeling, right? But this is what I imagine when you think of hacking in a Cyberpunk world, is you would be still doing the usual, but you'd have this. But obviously, it's very gamified, but you know what I mean? Like, you get controls, and then instead of having like a real video feed hooked up to a graphics card, they convert the graphics feed into an ASCII art by using various like shaders, which still require a graphics card, but they do it because it looks cool. Okay, so workstation, overload, disconnect, listen. Overloads device, disconnects operator, displays current output. So how about we do workstation, Omnitech neural interface v4.7. Using overload may permanently damage the device and may cause fatal harm to the operator. I can kill him? I can kill him. Workstation overload. Well, no one's here. I can kill the person at workstation B. I can just kill them. I'm gonna kill them. But before I kill them, we need to see everything, okay, chat? As if I say chat, as if anyone's still here watching me program, but not really program. Because who the fuck cares about this game? I care about this game. This is actually kind of a masterpiece. I actually think that this is great, and I think that they're doing something cool here. Camera is disabled. Right, because they did mention that the camera's gone. Okay, so how about we do exit? Is there a way to scroll up and down? Oh my god, there's a scroll up and down. Client, power, exit, client. Exit? Exit? Oh, that's like a place. Okay, so that's exit. I mean, this is the most programming that you're going to get from me. I've made my peace with the world and said that I don't have the ability to program live at the same time. What am I looking at? That's a security guard. They're moving around. Okay, if I help door open, camera show. The door is open. The guard is like, what the fuck is going on? The guard went to close the door. This is an insanely cool representation of what you're doing. Because a lot of hacking games can feel disconnected. That was my main problem of Hacknet, is that you're just dealing with the flow. Not just Hacknet, but like other hacking games in general. Cyberpunk took it too action-oriented, and there wasn't really much of the exploration and puzzle solving. Games like Hacknet and other games like it, like the other game, I keep forgetting its name. What are you called? I'm trying to help you, motherfucker. Sorry, that video's been on my mind. What's that other game? Hack? No. What's that other game? We played it at some point on stream. The hell's it called? It's not NetHack. That's a roguelike. Sorry, NetHack's a roguelike. What's that other hacking game that we played? It's from the people who made the prison escape simulator. Anyways, so, but like those games, I think went too far into the non. Why are you saying no for? It's okay. We're still here, chat. We're still here. Oh, you went for the programming? Yeah. Say no. Cry in despair. Can you cry for me, chat? Chatter, can you cry for me? Just cry for me. Cry like a baby. That would be so beautiful. Can you cry for me, chatter? Can you cry for me like a baby? That would be so beautiful. Those games have you too far disconnected to what you're doing, and they provide tension by providing you like an abstract concept of somebody tracing back to you. Games like Cyberpunk sort of get rid of the puzzle element. This gives you a bit of both. You get to see the direct visual consequences of what you're doing, because you have control over more than just interfaces that you work with. You actually get to see them and determine what it is that they're doing. Like if I open the door here and then you look at the camera, he goes to the left to press the button to close the door. And you see that, and you can discern that. That's a level of detail that you wouldn't have gotten from a game like this before. It's actually one of the more interesting and one of the more capable programming style games. I actually quite like this. What is this? Baby Rage, Matara can despair, Matara can cry. Michimo Chibi cry. Miniko Mew cry. You're really into them VTubers, aren't you, son? If your family walked into on your birthday, your family gives you a body pillow of your favorite VTuber, and like the body pillow is like blushing and they have like big titties and stuff, right? Would you feel embarrassed or would you say thank you? It's a very tough question. SSH power. Hello. What's in the power room? They did mention that load balancing was bad, but what does that mean by load balancing? Is it like network load balancing, or is it load balancing like on a real power line, like on a real power network? Camera show. I can make out the shape. It's a bit. This looks like a rabbit. Like, you know what I mean? Like the two hash symbols on the top left are the eyes, and then the two lines going up from that are the ears. It's like a rabbit if rabbits were created by demons. You'd be confused on how they got the correct one. That is true. That is true. I'd be more impressed that they knew about who is my favorite VTuber specifically. But do you say their name often? If you do, we gotta talk about this, okay? We gotta, you gotta help generator. Oh, yes. Provides it to get to your physical device. Generator overload. Overloads the generator. Okay, I can see why the load balancing is off, because it's being overloaded. Probably thank you. You don't have much shame in me. Exactly. Why do you fear the love that you have for your Oshi? Unless you're a weirdo stalker who wants to eat them, then you should be definitely ashamed. But if you're genuinely a fan, I don't think you should be afraid to be a fan. Because it's like, everyone has hobbies, right? I program. That's weird. But am I ashamed of it? Yeah. That was good. Anyways, VAR, staff. I need to know who is in Station C. Like, can I kill Station C? I'm not really sure. Is $2 for a single chocolate chip cookie a lot? Yes. Back in my day, I used to be able to buy a whole carton of nice cookies and Oreo cookies and even chocolate chip cookies for cheap. I used to be able to buy a whole carton of like 60 cookies for $5. You see, flour is not that expensive. The only thing expensive about chocolate is the slave labor required to obtain the chocolate. But if you ignore that, because we subsidize the cost of it within the North American Western society and the financial system, and we simply ignore the cost of these like external factors, then you recognize that chocolate is actually very cheap, even in bulk. You can buy a whole bag of chocolate chips for nothing. They're charging you an arm and a leg because of capitalism and greed. How did you learn my plans regarding your body? Well, see, that's why I often think about, should I ban this person? Like, what should I do? Like, I often think to myself, like, maybe it's time to ban you guys. Maybe it's time for me to get rid of all of you and start fresh and build like a new, safer community where I feel safe in my own home. Not that I would. Not that I would ever feel safe. All of you are freaks. I don't trust any of you online. I don't trust any of you. Time to mod them. I mean, it's funny to think about, but like, oh, someone is here. So this is the person who was trying to workstation. Help workstation. Mods are afraid of talking. I actually think so too. Being a mod is technically a curse because then when you're a mod, everybody hates you. But everyone loves our mod, right? Does everyone love our mod? Please say thank you to our mod. She's never done a single... I told her to ban someone, and she hasn't banned someone yet. I didn't even tell her, like, specifically anyone. I just told her that I wanted to assert her power of being a mod by banning somebody. I just said to her, it was like an offline conversation. And I was like, look, you haven't done anything. I've done your job, and so you need to, like, you know, be the moderator that you want to be by banning somebody. That way people respect you more. And sure, I'll unban them after, but it's about the fear that you strike into their hearts that you might bite at any moment. Like, arr, like, arr, you know what I mean? Like, arr, arr. I'm listening to his brain. What the hell are you saying? Is there a way for me to, like, decode this shit? Oh, gasp! Is there a way for you to decode what he's saying? I'm actually curious if you can decode what they're saying. Wait, also, Station C, I'm gonna kill Station C. So Station C, if you go into the file tree and you look at home/info.txt, they're actually the person who outed Echo. They're the person who outed Echo, so I need to kill them. You imagine your mom gives you a giant stick figure sex doll. You would be confused. Yeah, I mean, I guess a stick figure sex doll might be even worse because it... Well, or maybe it would be better, because most sex dolls kind of look like that anyways. Best mom. Workstation overload. Why did you kill her? Because she outed you. Well, of course I'm going to kill her. She outed you. Why would I not kill her? I'm sorry, you wanted her to live? Sorry, I'm not a raw type of mod, says our mod. She roars for everyone else, but she doesn't roar for you. The mod roars for us, but not for you, chat. But not for you. She roars for us, but not for you. If you heard her in real life, she's like a very cringy person. She says things like "raw XD" and "here's my spork and my spoon," and she calls me cocksucker. I'm gonna kill you. I'm killing you. Yeah, that was the point. I want to kill you. Be more careful. No, I want to kill you. You trying to kill me? Yeah. Please don't do this again. Bye. You can't kill him. I killed Station C. Station C is dead, but I can't kill him because he's immune to being killed. I wonder how you would be able to decode this. Like, is there a cipher that you would use to try to break this open? I'm not really sure. Please, ooh. Workstation. Well, okay. Well, I killed her. I killed the third person, so I can just free this person now. So workstation, disconnect. User was disconnected. I'm disconnected. Thank God. Shit. There's a guard by the exit. Yeah. I'll hide in storage room. SSH. Exit. Need your help to escape. Okay. How am I gonna help you? I mean, I guess the door open. How do I get this guard to come back to wherever it is that he needs to be. Have I even seen what I can do with security? Like, can I call the security back towards this room? No, I can overload the generator, the power generator. So yeah, I can go into power. I can overload the generator, which will kill it, and then I go over to the door, and then I open the door in order to do stuff. Start overloading. Why'd it go back down? Camera show. Camera show. It doesn't quite overload. See, that something was moving inside the room. Like something was flipping around as it was there, as it was about to overload. See that? Something's moving around. But it's not working. I need to figure out why it's not working. Let's go to storage. Let's see what he's up to inside storage. Cause I can just look at him. Hey, buddy. What are you doing inside storage? How can I possibly help you get out of this room in particular? Displays the network interface configuration. Wait a minute. No, but that's just the configuration to get you there. Camera. Exit net scan. Right, net scan. Oh, corridor. There was something about the corridor. The corridor has no camera, so I could try something in the corridor, but it's about... I think it's about drawing away the person there. So if I go here to the corridor and look at what commands that I have. Let's see. I don't know. Okay, well, hurry up. Camera? The camera's down, though, so I don't really know. How... This is an interesting game, because I'm realizing... This is a puzzle game. Like it's like, what is the next logical step that you would do, and then but it gives you the freedom to do extra things like killing somebody at workstation C because they were snitching on workstation B, and eventually who was A. What do I do? Exit. I'm back at the gateway. So help. How do I get them out of that place? How do I get them out of that place? How do I get them away from where it is that they are? Exit again. We're back at security. Exit again. Exit again. And then, okay, so now we're at the gateway rather, and then we do net scan, and we... How do I get them away from the door? From the exit door? Door? You know what? Door open. Camera. Show. Door close. Can I block them inside? I can't. I'm gonna make him annoyed. I know what to do. I'm gonna make him annoyed. He's gonna try closing, and then I open it again. I'm gonna make him pissed off. Still open. See that? Still open, buddy. Still open. It's still open. What are you gonna do? Huh? What are you gonna do? It's still open. You can't do shit. Oh, wait. I get what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to open the door. SSH power. Generator overload. While it's open, we overload the generator. There we go. Except I don't know if that worked. But it went up higher. If I go to power and then I do generator overload and then I go back to the door and I do camera show. I think that's the right order of things, but I need to go into... I don't know. Wait, go back to, was it the gateway? There was something about some file within security that said something about the power. Maybe I'm not understanding what I'm supposed to do with the power, right? So maybe I do print var slash staff cameras. No. Var slash staff cameras power slash... Power fluctuations detected in sectors T3 and C and T3-4. Staff must respond to generator malfunctions immediately. Unstable load balancing. So, yeah, I think this is true. I opened the door and then I close the power. Staff must respond to to elevator malfunctions immediately. Exit. SSH exit. I think I'm doing it correctly, but I don't know when the timing is. There's a timing element to this, and then I go to SSH power, generator overload. But there's a sequence of events here. And he responds pretty damn quickly, too. SSH, exit. Okay. Door, open, exit, generator overload. My typing with 3 fingers is making it harder for me to do anything. And I do camera show. Could he be responding now? I can't tell. SSH exit. Door open. Exit. Generator overload. Get it to the max. Go back to door after. SSH exit. Camera show. This motherfucker is everywhere. Okay. I need to kill whoever is closing this door constantly. I need to kill them. I need to figure out a good solution here. Help. There's no files on this exit location. Door. Help door. I just like lock it? Help lock? Help camera. Controls the camera viewer. I'm missing something incredibly obvious about what this sequence of events is. I'm missing something. Netscan generator camera show. What in blazes am I supposed to understand about this view? Like, how do I even parse this? What in tarnation? The hell is this? I don't know what the fuck this is. What other important notes were there within security? What other places have I not been, actually? Right, I'm localhost. It won't give me like an IP. I was thinking maybe I can just forcibly make it so that only I can reach the network, and so I can turn off the power, and while trying to fix it, it stays down. But I don't think that's the way. So, SSH workstation B. I don't know. That's something about station C. Wait, can I see the dead body? They gone. I thought there was someone there. Wouldn't there be someone there? Wasn't there supposed to be someone there dead? Like, wasn't that the point of seeing someone there dying? Or maybe I came back too late to see their bodies. Maybe I was supposed to kill them and then open the door. Maybe I broke the sequence of events. I'm not sure. There must be like something about the door makes sense. The corridor, they're gonna go down the corridor where I can't see them. Storage, there's nothing inside storage that I can do. Workstation C, I'm the security admin at the moment. I mean, let's just try this again. Ping, netscan, whatever. Tree. Cameras 01 log. var cameras 01 log. Online. Notice repair request pending for corridor camera. Exit cam, power room cam online. Okay, that doesn't really tell me much. Print var power 01 log. Staff must respond to generator malfunctions immediately. Maybe I need to do the generator malfunction, or I need to go to storage to let him know. To let this person know? I'm not really sure. Help. Camera show. Echo. Hey babe. Oh, echo. Hey babe. Okay, I thought echo would maybe do something cooler. Son of a bitch. How the hell do I help this song gun? This is incredibly frustrating because it's like there must be a sequence of events that is correct. But if I let go, like if I cancel the command to overload the generator, I can't I can't do things while the generator is being overloaded. Well, it's frustrating. Maybe I can. There's a log in here that I've never read. I'm so stupid. No, it's the same log as before. Okay, so they must respond to it. Generator camera. Camera show. What am I missing? What in God's name am I missing about this puzzle? I'm in the system. Oh, wait, I have more monitors. I'm so fucking stupid. I have more monitors. Yeah, that's the whole point of the monitors, buddy. Wait a minute, that's the whole point of the monitors. What am I doing? Oh, I'm sorry. I trade stocks. Like, what am I doing? Look at that one fucking monitor. I get it. I forget exactly where I'm going, but yeah, we're gonna SSH over here, 162.120.00. This takes me to the gateway. Now I can go into SSH in the power. See, now I go into power. Okay, so then I go over here and I do the same thing. SSH 162.120.00, and then I go into SSH storage. My main terminal over here is gonna go into exits. So this one's gonna go into SSH exits. I'm so stupid. So I'm gonna do generator. I also need a camera feed. I think we do a camera feed on the down over here. So I'll do the down feed over here. I'll do SSH 162.120.00. Sorry, I'm a stock trader. I forgot. I work off of a single monitor primarily in my real life, so I kind of forget that I have this. I use my other monitors for documentation, but this is documentation. So now I need to do SSH exit. I'll do this as the camera feed, and then I'll do this one as the SSH 120.0 SSH storage, and then I'll do camera show, and then this one will be SSH 162.120.0, and then do SSH the power, and then do camera show. What the fuck did I just say? I use one monitor. So this is how I program, is I use my one main monitor to program. I use my second and third monitor for documentation, or to run my application while I'm working on it. Like if it's something that supports hot reload, then I'll do that, right? And I'm in nerd type of game. I'm in nerd type of game. This is an I'm in nerd type of game. Don't make me pin this message too, Mod. Both of your messages have been kind of weird today. Especially the one message about spitters are quitters. This is an I'm nerd type of game. But you are correct. You actually are correct. So now look. Up here, door, okay? So I'm at the exit. The camera is down here. I can simply go up, down. Power, wrong room, exit, SSH, storage is over here. And then we'll do power over here. So we'll do SSH. Alright, so at least the cameras are hooked up to the exact monitors that I need them to be. So when I go up and down, except for the third monitor, it's kind of a annoying thing. I can see the feed of what is going on. So I'm gonna do door open. I'm gonna do echo, run for it, babe. And then I'm gonna do run for it, babe. Door open. Generator overload. Run for it, babe. You did it. Path is clear. There we go. So now they're in. Thank you. They won't get me anymore. Okay, I'm gonna exit from these machines just in case I'm in these. Something's wrong. What else happened? You still there? I don't know. Signal is breaking. I don't know. We'll find you. I swear. That was really good. Not gonna lie, this is like a 5% of 5% type of game. You need to be a programmer that's into games and to be a gamer that's into coding games. I actually think that you need to be neither. Fundamentally, this is constructed not like a programming game. Other games like programming games give you the freeform ability to piece together a solution to a freeform problem. This is not a freeform game. This is more of a sequence of events puzzle game. It presents itself like a programming game, and mind you, the emulation of the programming interface is fantastic, but ultimately what you saw was an understanding of the tools that you have available and how to utilize them to solve a sequence of events in order to do the right thing. fundamentally, this is closer to something like Five Nights at Freddy's than it is to, say, The Witness. It's actually interesting to sort of think about. It's just the interface is much more complicated than either going for a programming game interface. And yet it executes perfectly. It's the right amount of execution. It's a level of puzzle solving that you don't really think about, because it's only when you think about and you step away that you realize, wait a minute, I need to run concurrent commands, I need to run separate windows. I have 15 monitors because I trade stocks. I'm a day trader. I can use them to do whatever I want. And then, all of a sudden, you're doing these things to solve a very linear problem that doesn't have a free-form solution and that has a very concrete solution, but you need to sequence and order your things correctly in order to be able to do so. It's a logic game in that you need to figure out the next steps, but when you actually execute it, it's unlike a programming game where the execution could be wildly different. Like your solution for a replicube could be very different from my solution, right? We could draw the same thing in two very different ways. But here, there's only one solution. It's not a programming game. It's a puzzle game. It has the shell of a programming game, but that shell is so detailed that it fools you into believing it, and it's so good that it feels good to play with, and the puzzle is genuinely good. The usage of the 15 monitors, the usage of you having to set things up, the ability for you to set up monitoring via camera feeds, fantastic. This is actually going to be a bit of a banger game. I can't wait for this. I know it is an I'm nerd type of game, an I'm in nerd type of game, and I know that you're both saying but I think this game appeals to a much wider audience of puzzle game players than just the 5% of programmers. I think this is a much more accessible puzzle game. However, most of you can't even program in the first place, so what do I know? You've all lied to me, saying that you're programmers. Oh, isn't it weird that we're all programmers here and you have a programming audience? Oh yeah? Show me your Python script, buddy. Oh yeah? Open your pockets. Show me your JavaScript. Oh yeah? Oh, I lied. That's not programming. All right. Show me your asshole. Show me your C++ code that runs your intestines.